This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Shalom Aleichem, Bruchim Haba. We're continuing Mishna Berura, Daf HaShavua. We're learning Siman Lamed Daled. We're in Seif. And the Mechaber said a Yirei Shamayim should be Yotzei both opinions. He should make 2 pairs of Tefillin and should put on both of them and be Mechavein when he puts it on, that with the one that is, he's Yotzei Aliba de Hilchasa, with the one which is in accordance with Halach, he's Yotzei. And whatever is not Aliba de Hilchasa is just Ritzuos Ba'alma, because there's enough space on the head to put on 2 pairs of tefillin, and there's enough space on the arm. So you're putting on both of them simultaneously. And the way the Mishna Berura learned it, if you're not able to put them both on simultaneously, you should put on like one, and then immediately put on the other, relying on the first bracha. So
when he says able to put on both of them simultaneously, that means not that there's a lack of room there, right? Because putting them on one after another doesn't solve that, right?
Well, the Mishna Berura said in Sivkatan Tes, not that the Mishna Berura said that means when you put them both on simultaneously, you will not be able to get them both in the right place. In other words, the act of putting them on simultaneously is too difficult for you to get them both precisely in the same place. Therefore, you need to tie them one after another without hefsek. And the bracha he made in the beginning, the Mishna Berura says, will help for the second pair. That's what the Mechara means, v'yaniach la'achirim al smach. So it's not that physically there's no room, it's that there's not enough working space to be able to put them both on at the same time. So the only way to do it is to put them on one after another. Yeah, right, good point. So what do? Yaniach sivkatan yud, kedivrei ha'echad shel yad v'shel rosh. You do like you follow one opinion, shel yad and shel rosh. V'yaniach ha'achir, and then you put on the second pair, al smach bracha rishayna. V'im lo yuchal kach tzarich loymar. V'loy garsina v'yisalka miyad. Take out the words v'yisalka miyad. So the next best option is immediately one after another. Kedivrei ha'echad. HaMechaber sasam devara. The Mechaber is unclear. Ulefi achras achroinim, based on the conclusion of achroinim, tov yoser sheyismach habracha tefillin de Rashi. It's better to rely the bracha on the tefillin of Rashi. Shel yad v'shel rosh. This shel yad v'shel rosh. Okay, so according to the Shita on the Mechaber, that normally you make one bracha on the Shel Yad and Shel Rosh, you're going to make one bracha. Ulefi minhagenu, the beis brachas. According to our minhag, 2 brachas. V'chanal b'siman chafei. V'achar kach yaniach etzlam zug shniya, and then you put on the second pair. Really? Is the bracha that made on the Shel Yad going to be able to go on the second Shel Yad? But you're mafsik by putting on a Shel Rosh before you put on the second Shel Yad. Besides that, you're going to put on the Shel Yad. You're going to make a bracha. You're going to put on the Shel Rosh. You're going to make a bracha. Then you can go back and put on Tefillin Rabbeinu Tam and use the Haniach that you made on the Shel Yad of Rashi for Rabbeinu Tam. Afil hachi shaper dummy. It's okay. Why? Da shnei brachas al tarvayu koi. Because both brachas are going on both. So it says we should have a much better eitzah. Put on 2 Shel Yads and then 2 Shel Roshes. Why? Because then you're being mafsik between the Tefillin Shel Yad and the Tefillin Shel Rosh with Rabbeinu Tam Shel Yad. Better, meaning it sounds like you could put on a Shel Yad, make a bracha on the Shel Yad. That bracha is still active. you're putting on a shel rosh. You're not being mafsik between shel yad and shel rosh. And then the original brach on the shel yad will then go back on the tefillin shel yad of Rabbeinu Tam. That's okay. Meaning the bracha on a shel yad could wait there and hang in the air until you ultimately come back to it by putting on the tefillin shel yad of Rabbeinu Tam. But to put on a shel yad and then a second shel yad and then go back to Rashi shel rosh, that's a problem. That's a hefsek. Lo yuchal. Then now we're up to the next Yeshomim. The Yeshomim she'im lo yuchal laniach bevas achas. Now what's that? We already know that. That was the first Yeshomim the way the Mishna Berura read it. The first Yeshomim the way the Mishna Berura read it is you're not able to, in the small amount of space you have, put them both on immediately. So you had to put them on zeh achar zeh. So what does Mechaber mean now? V'yeshom shem lo yuchal laniach bevas achas. That was the exact same thing we read until now. Says the Mishna Berura, Persh, afilu b'zeh achar zeh lo yuchal lahaniach bevas achas. You can't. Vas achas here means you can't even then put them on one after another at one time. Meaning bevas achas means to wear two tefillin simultaneously. You're not putting them on simultaneously. We're already done with that. You couldn't do that before. It's now you're not even able to get two pairs of tefillin onto one arm. Why? You have a wound. There's no room for two of them. So, Mendy, what you pointed out before is when it says there's no room, it means there's no room to do them simultaneously, but there's room to put them on bezeh achar zeh. Now there's no even room to put them zeh achar zeh on the same arm. Or the people are gonna mock you. You're wearing two pairs of tefillin. So yaniach shel Rashi v'yivarach aleim v'chulu tehem ha'ikar ladina v'shel Rabbeinu Tam yaniach achar ha'tefillah kedei lotzes l'divrei hakal. V'ayim b'bir halacha. Look in the bir halacha shahaychachnu that the bir halacha proved the ma'oid tzach lizar shlo yechavim b'hanachasam rak mishum sveika v'loy b'stam l'shem mitzvah. Look in the bir halacha that we proved. You have to be very careful. Don't be mechavin when you put on Rabbeinu Tam for suffix. You should not be mechavin stam l'shem mitzvah, only out suffix. Now, which bir halacha is he referring to? That's the bir halacha on this page. On this page, maybe we'll see that next week. Just to see the end of the Mechaber, the Mechaber says, "What do you do? Yaniach shel Rashi, v'yivarach aleim, v'yu alav b'shas krishma tefillah, v'achar tefillah yaniach shel Rabbeinu Tam b'loy bracha, v'yikra v'hem shema v'hoyim shemaya." By the way, we'll see this. We'll read it again on Monday, Bli Neder. V'achar hatfila. The Mishna Berura says the right time to put on Rabbeinu Tam tefillin is after davening. Hainu kedina mavur le'el b'siman chafei sif yud v'loi ke'elu hachotzin tefillin the Rashi manichin Rabbeinu Tam teikuf la'achar kedusha shmona esrei. Not like, by the way, many people do this, but the Mishna Berura says it's wrong. Not like those who remove tefillin of Rashi and they put on Rabbeinu Tam tefillin right after kedusha shmona esrei. Ve'emes. The truth is, even though besides the fact they're violating the halacha, mavur la'el siman chafes of yud gam sarch lechavin betfilas shmona esrei lahashatz v'loy lasik v'davar acher. You're not allowed. Not only are you not allowed to learn, which obviously you're not allowed to do. You gotta wonder what's going on in people's heads when they're learning Mishna Berura during Chazar Sashatz. But now you're not allowed to learn. You're not allowed to do anything. By the way, the Mishna Berura you should not have them collecting tzedakah during Chazar Sashatz. In my shul, I don't let them collect tzedakah during Chazar Sashatz. You can't put on tefillin. You can't put on Rabbeinu Tam tefillin. So you can't collect tzedakah either. Anyway, we'll bli neder at least take a look at the bir halacha next week. Have a wonderful Shabbos, bracha v'atzlacha, and have a good day. Kol tov.
Can I ask something on different halachas?
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.